Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Matt Gebbie. I'm with Horwath HTL. Today we're talking about dope accommodation alternatives. I have three people on stage. From my left, or from your left to right, we've got Willem, Koko, and Beverly. They're going to take a perspective each from the guest to the operator, and also to the owner, of course, which is all important in this investment game. And these three panelists on stage have more than three things in common. But firstly, they are eco-warriors. They're sustainability warriors, intrinsic to everything they do, with I think will become a theme of alternative accommodation. They're all founding members of something called the Asia Pacific Outdoor Lodging Association, APOLA, which Willem will get into. And also, of course, they work in dope accommodation alternatives. Willem is CEO of Yana Ventures. They are travel agents, they're travel tech, but they also operate tented camps like the Cardamom Tented Camp. Koko has many caps. She's on the Global Sustainable Tourism Council board. She has a training institute called the Colourful Earth, and also she has Vine Tree Tourism. Vine Tree Tourism have an ever-increasing number of tented camps across China. And finally, Beverly. Beverly works for something called the Cloud Collective, based here in Bangkok. The Cloud Collective are a turnkey solution from design to concept, construction, development, and tented camps and tents are one of their key focuses. So, as I mentioned, three main topics. And I guess we'll start with you, Beverly. If you could tell us a little bit about, you mentioned when we were talking about the owners and how with outdoor lodging and dope accommodation alternatives, you get to redefine what you are providing to the guest. But then at the same time, you need some owner buy-in. I wonder if you could tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Thank you for the introduction, Matt. Hi, everybody. I know we're sort of towards the end of the day, so if you hang on just a little bit, you can go for your drinks soon. In terms of, owners' tolerance and this space really allowing us to come in with creativity and come in and challenge the status quo, I think we're seeing that with owners, the mentality is shifting quite a bit. There's still that mentality when it comes to outdoor accommodation that outdoor lodging equals cheaper, which, yes, your per key cost is significantly lower in a lot of regards, but at the same time, it's about making your dollar really work for you. So whether that's designing in a really smart way, whether that is not overbuilding. I think from a brand experience, creative kind of a perspective, we didn't create Cloud Collective as a company just to build another hotel company. To be honest, when we started, I didn't even know what an HMA was. Hopefully my co-founders don't kill me for saying that. They did. But we were really looking to create a way of life, experiences. This is something that we've heard a lot about today, so I don't want to go too deep into that. But we have a different kind of process when it comes to coming up with concepts, when it comes to our brand development, where oftentimes we're actually asking the question of what is the antithesis of what a traditional hospitality offering would be. So whether that is in questioning how you deliver your F&B, whether that's in questioning what does wellness mean, all of that really starts from the guest perspective for us, and that's where we begin.
Which is a perfect segue. Thank you, Bev. Koko, you're about to open a new tented camp in Yunnan province. This will be number 6, number 7, number 8?
Fifth.
Fifth? Yeah. So I'd like you to talk the audience through how your product has changed and how the guest experience has changed and evolved over the last 5 camps.
Just a bit, thank you very much, Matt. And just a bit of background of Vine Tree. We started our tented camp project back in 2009. Back at that time, there was no single tented camps in China ever existed. And nowadays, there are many of them. The market's growing. And I saw the research paper last year. It's about 3 trillion RMB market for outdoor activities here in China, developing by the year of 2025. And it means a lot. It's not just targeting at the tenting camps, it's also all sort of outdoor activities. And because Vine Train is targeting at a high-end market, so we actually need to finding the way that our guests really looking for. So the way that I feel like is a little bit different from Western market, and most of the Chinese travelers, they're looking for not just authentic experience, they're also looking at the full program per day. So they want us to show them exactly starting from 9 a.m. in the morning and to 9 p.m. and at night, what kind of activities they can provide to us before they can make their purchase decision. So that's why we create a lot of interesting itineraries, and not just by staying with the hotel, stay with the tenting camps, and also what courses you can do, what hiking experience and horseback riding, and all of the nature, ecological bird watching, everything you can do along the journey. And then we create itinerary, and we also work with different partners like Leica Academy and the photographer people and the experts who to take our guests to bird watching tours. So all of this partnership can actually formulate a very rich experience and then itineraries. Then our guests can look at them and then make their purchase decisions. So we see this trends growing more and more into sporty outdoor activities recently. Because before, most of the Chinese guests, they want to just stay in the tent to camp and then enjoying the food and beverage and enjoying the very easy way that we do. Nowadays, we see a very small group of Chinese travelers. They want to do some adventure type of tourism. So some of them are looking at interesting like marathon in the wild, and then doing a little bit more advanced adventure type of tourism. That's also something we can see. And interesting, because we saw a lot of marketing activities. What we find very interesting, not many Chinese travelers want us to promote on social media, because they want to be able to share with their friends. This is some hidden things that you're not supposed to find on social media. So that's also very interesting.
So they're asking you not to post and to let them to post?
They want them to post and share with them within their community, and then they don't want us to share on the social media, yes.
Okay, now Willem, I guess we're lucky enough to have 3 panelists, but it does mean that no one gets that much time. So Willem, your job is to talk to us a little bit about Apollo, about the Outdoor Lodging Association, but also to focus on some of the issues and concerns that people have in operating these alternative type accommodations.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. So dope accommodations, I think part of what we with Jana Ventures have been always very passionate about, and that's why we came into the tented camp principle, is dope locations, really going for off the beaten track. And I think that is still very relevant right now, especially for Thailand, but also for other destinations. We are focusing on the hubs, but we should focus also on the little bit less visited places and have this visitor dispersion of a more mature destination. But that brings challenges. For example, in getting funding, because of what we've been seeing, all the focus is on the main places. So for funding and also for agreeing with the local community, to getting your staff, to training, all of these are issues that developers and operators actually start to worry about. Then you add in that tented camps. Tents are very different from build-up units. You have to know what you're doing. If you don't know what you do, you might be building too close to the local karaoke, or you might put the tents too close to each other. You have to have certain things to be able to do. It's not like a normal accommodation. So getting all of these are issues that the industry struggles with, and that's how we came to Apola, to get an association together to share best practices to new members and between peers of all of us. So all of us are members, and there's a lot of others that are in this room, and we hope to get growing our association. Thank you.
I suspect a component of that is also when you're trying to fit into like the hierarchical star rating system, it becomes very difficult for unorthodox accommodation to find that position within the market and therefore to market yourselves?
Yeah, very much so. Although there are examples out there, Four Seasons has a tented camp, there are many other tented camps, even in Thailand, that are built out of very inferior quality tents. So the word glamping does mean a lot of different things to different people, and we kind of would like to get, with Apola, strive to a certain standard, if you will.
I think that a lot of what you need to do when you're promoting yourselves as a new concept is to benchmark against other operators who are doing something unique and something special that you can kind of say, well, we're going to do something like this. Bev, perhaps you've got one or two dope options that you like to use when you're in discussions with owners, people that are doing the job very, very well.
I mean, I think what is really interesting about the region that we're in is that this subsector is incredibly nascent. And so that means that there's a lot of opportunity for operators, for brands, even for new brands that are coming into the market here. But if we do look at, other regions where this is a little bit more developed, you have your AutoCamps of the world, you have your Oliver Ripley's of the world that really paved the way, I would say, globally for this subsector. And it allows us here regionally to have, a lot more to play with, but also to look at these other places, what is going well for them, what is not working for them, which is even more important. But, you see now a lot of big players are also taking notice and seeing the value in this sector, both from a commercial perspective, but as well as the ability for outdoor accommodation to really resonate with your modern luxury traveler. So you see consolidation happening in the industry. Marriott just purchased Postcard Cabins. You have Starwood and AutoCamp. So it is really interesting.
Thank you very much. There it is. If you
I took up all the time, sorry.
If you see any of these people, Willem, Koko, or Beverly, please, 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 they have all the answers to your questions on outdoor lodging and alternative dope solutions. Thanks very much.